Good day everyone, I'm Zach Wall and today I'm going to show you on how to set up the capture middle minigame. Now, before we start, we need a map, just like this one. So a normal capture middle minigame would need a goal, a kit selection area, a starting location for both teams, and maybe a few item spawners around the map, and that's about it when it comes to setting up a map. Now we need to create the map. So by doing the command capture middle create, and let's call this map neon. There, we have successfully created a new map. In order to edit the map, we have to do the command capture middle edit neon 1. As you can see here, it gives us the ID. So this map basically has the name neon with the ID 1. Now, we have 4 options. First, to set the first team's color. Second, to set the second team's color. Third, to set the locations. And fourth, to send the wand locations. First, let's set the first team's color. As you can see here, the first team is lime. So, let's set it to lime. Second team, the second team here is purple. So, we're gonna set it to purple. And now we're gonna set the locations. When you set the location on where the player joins the game, it's also the same location where the player spectates, where they get teleported to when they die, so they can spectate the game. So, if you see what I do here, we're gonna set the game lobby. By right-clicking, you can set the game lobby, and by left-clicking, it clears the location. So, since we're gonna set the game lobby, we're gonna set the game lobby here, since they will also be teleported here when they die so they can spectate the game. Now let's set the first team's kit selection or kit location area. So by right-clicking on this green shulker or the first team's kit selection shulker, we can set the location for the kit selection area. Doing the same thing down here by setting the start location, just like that. Now if we do the same thing here over to the purple team or the second team, we can set the kit selection and the start location. And just like that, we've already set all the needed locations. But if you want, you could also set the item spawners. Item spawners are items that spawn a specific item that you set it to when the game starts. For example, if you want a player to receive leaves. Oh yeah, by the way, leaves in Capture the Middle game are placeable blocks that players can place. These are the only blocks that players can use to place blocks. By placing the item that we want to spawn in this item spawner, we place it on our offhand. And by right-clicking on this iron nugget, we can set the first location of the item spawner. And by doing the same thing on the other side, we can set its second location. Do remember that there are only a maximum of 8 locations for item spawners. So here, I want a bow to spawn in this location, which would be the third location, and this being the fourth location. And since I want to be fancy, I'm gonna place some arrows up here. Place it on my offhand, and right-clicking on the iron nugget. So if you try to, spawn an item beyond 9, it will give you an error that you have reached the maximum amount of item spawners. With the game's location set, let's now start off with the wand locations. So by left-clicking, we can set the wand locations for the game. So as you can see here, we have a wand, white wool to set the goal, stained glasses to set the team's gates, and some buttons to set the kits for each team. So first, let's set the goal. So by left-clicking and by right-clicking, and by clicking on the goal, right-clicking on it, then we can set the goal location. But by left-clicking, we can also reset it by clearing it. So let's set the goal location. So by setting the gates for each team, we can get the gates for each team. Yeah. Now, let's start with the kits, with the kit buttons. So here, this is what a typical kit selection area would look like. So this would be the first kit, second kit, third kit, fourth kit. So since this is our first kit, we will be setting it as the first. And in here, and setting it as a second, and here the third, here the fourth. There you go. Now the first team's kit buttons are done. Now let's proceed to the second teams. So since this is the first, second, third, and fourth, we will start from the first. So by right-clicking on the second button, the oak button, we can set the first kit for the second team, the second kit, third kit, and the fourth kit. With that done, we have successfully finished the 1 locations for the game. Now, let's set the kits for the map. Do note that when you set the kits for the map, it's the same for all the map IDs. And if you set the default kit, it is only for the map and not for a specific map ID. For example, Neon 1 or Neon 2 gets this specific kind of kit, but no, it's not like that. They all have the same kit for every map with, different IDs. Same goes for the map kits. Now let's set the map kits. So when setting the map kits, you need to set the same thing earlier as the item spawner. You need to set the item on your offhand to set it as the kit. So here, we have a splash potion healing named Healing II to 2x. If you name a instant healing potion Healing II 2x, it will give you 2 instant healing potions. So by right clicking on the item frame, yes, that's a bug. But anyways, you can set the first kit. So now it's been set, but by also left clicking, you can unset it. So since this is the first kit, we will set it as the healing potion. Okay, Cobwebs 8x. So you don't need to rename the cobwebs. We can just give ourselves 8 cobwebs. So by placing it on our offhand, we can set it as a second kit. TNT and the shield. Okay. So setting it on our third kit and setting the shield on our fourth kit. So that's the kit set for the map. Since the kits are set, we will now move on to setting the default kit for, the default inventory. We will move on to setting the default inventory, sorry. So, I want to give the players a stone sword, some shears so they can break the wall, some armor, leather armor. Leather armor is good, and some blocks so that they can set the score. So this will be our default kit. So by doing capture middle, edit the map name and the map ID number, and by pressing the iron chest plate, we can set the default inventory kit for the map Neon. As you can see here, we have set the map Neon to our current inventory, which is this. Don't worry about the leather armor as it will be automatically colored once you are in game. And with that done, we have successfully set the map Neon. Now we can join it by entering the command capture middle, join Neon 1. And just like that, we are in the game. Okay, we can also do capture middle join. We can join any map and any of those maps ID. So yeah, so that's it on this tutorial on how to set up this game, and thank you for watching.